Alright, let's do some contour drawing. So I'm going to first start with a blind contour. And this is what I am looking at. So you have an idea of what I'm looking at. So I'm starting just with a Sharpie and I'm not looking at my paper. So you could see how slow I'm going, right? So I'm just focusing my eyes on the plant. And then I'm just moving my hand really slowly. And it's really important you're trying to make your eye and your hand move the same speed. So you can see how slow I'm going. And then if you get lost while you're looking at something and you're like, oh God, I don't know where I started, just keep drawing. Just draw over it. Remember, a blind contour is going to be kind of a mess of lines. So we're not really going for accuracy here. We're going to practice making your eye and your hand move the same speed. So you can see how slow I'm going again. And then the most important thing is just to take your time, and you want to practice this as much as you can. This will make your drawing so much better if you just keep practicing it. And it becomes really zen as you do it. So again, you're trying to have your eye and your hand moving the same speed, and think about it as like that Sharpie, that pen is touching the actual object. So every time you see a transition between a value, a shape, a line, that's what you want to draw. Try not to draw things that are not there, which usually happens if you're a beginner. And if you get lost, just keep going. Remember, what the drawing looks like isn't as important as the process right now. All right, our second type of contour drawing is going to be a continuous contour. So you can see what I'm looking at. I'm looking at that skull statue, and there's a shoe in the background. So with a continuous contour, I am going to look at the paper every now and then, but I'm going to still focus mainly on looking at my object, and I cannot lift my Sharpie off of the paper. So I'm going really, really slow. My drawing isn't going to be 100% accurate, and that is okay. I'm focusing on making my eye and my hand move the same speed, and then every now and then I look back just to kind of see where I am on the paper. And if I make a line I need to double back, I just draw right on top of that line that I just made. So remember, you cannot lift your pen. And this is what kind of gives these drawings this really nice quality. So again, you're just going to go really, really slow, just like you did with the blind contour. And you're just going to try to capture all those details you see. So whenever you see a transition in a value, a shape, a line, that's what you want to draw. There's a tendency to overcompensate and you start drawing like scribbly lines or things that aren't really there when you start getting uncomfortable. So try to resist the urge to just fill in and just start drawing things that aren't there. And again, this takes a lot of practice, and that's why we're doing this. So you can see how slow I'm going right now. I'm going to speed this video up in a little bit. But this whole drawing probably took me about 8, 9, 10 minutes to do. So if you're drawing less than 5 minutes, you need to stop and slow down and focus more on building up these skills. But this is really important to make your hand and your eye go the same speed and to really slow down and look at those details. And this is going to make your drawing so much better, I promise. Last is a cross contour. So with a cross contour, you just want to create an outline of an object. So I'm just using that same plant from my first drawing. And then what you want to do is create these horizontal and or vertical lines that go around the subject. So by creating these types of lines, it makes it look like your drawing has form. And you can use this to kind of make some really interesting types of drawings. And you can do horizontal and vertical lines, or you could just do one or the other. So there's some art assignments where you trace your hand, and you can do these types of contour lines around it to make it look like your hand has some volume to it. But you can use whatever drawings or outlines you want of any type of objects. So again, I'm using a drawing of my jade plant that I have, and then you can see I'm making these little horizontal curves around where the leaves are to try to make it look like they're coming out at me. And then you can play around with this and have some fun with it. So you can make some pretty interesting drawings doing this. And you can do this, like I said, with any type of object drawing. You just want to start with an outline and then start filling it in with these horizontal and or vertical lines that curve around the object. So think we're curving around the object to create form. All right, well, I'm just about finished, and I can't wait to see your guys' drawings in class and what you've done. So I know you've done an excellent job, so good job.